Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Dexter, and we are going to do a live planting of some seeds that we germinated in the plastic bag method. Had an earlier video where I showed you how to put them in the plastic bag. In fact, I think it was these that I put in the plastic bag in that video. Well, here they are. If you can see that, I'm gonna hold that up to the camera. That is what they've come out to. This was a couple days ago. So what I'm gonna do now is take these out of the bag and then put them in the planter so that these begin to sprout. Well, technically they've already begun to sprout so they can grow in the bag. So just open up the bag, pull the paper that they're on out, and we're going to take them out and put them together. We're going to put several in each of the containers. So I'm going to take my glasses off for this because I need to be able to see them up close. So here we have a few, and we're going to plant those root down. Just going to make a hole in here with my finger. And we're going to drop these down in it. And that should be sufficient for this pot. We're going to drop a few more in the next pot. And I'll hold these up to the camera a little closer and let you see what they look like coming off of the paper. I think that one is actually grown into the paper, so I'm going to have to take that paper apart and get him. This one's a little bit easier to deal with. Now here I've put several together. That'll give the seeds a better chance to start. And we're going to stick those on the edge of my finger and drop them in. Now here is what that looked like, if you can see. That's what it looked like when they were dropped in. And I think a lot of these actually grew into the plastic, into the paper, so I'm going to be taking a lot of those apart. Taking this paper apart to get a lot of those seeds. Here's a second set of seeds. If you can see that little green sticking out, the roots are down. And now I'm going to go ahead and take this napkin apart, it's a 2-ply napkin, and see if those roots have grown through the first ply. Yep, one had. Well, actually more than one had. I've got several that have grown through. So, got to tear the, when that happens, you go ahead and tear the paper rather than tear the root. And I know I'm not talking much, but this is worth seeing because when you're doing this at home and you're trying to figure out how to do it, it's nice to have a guide that, you know, you've seen someone do that before. So we've gotten them out. If you needed to, I would have planted this with the paper because the paper's not going to hurt it. So if I just couldn't get one out like I am, probably going to leave that one in and plant it with the paper. And I'll plant a few more in this one too. I'll put a few more in this container. And this one may be in the paper also. Yep. So that you guys can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Sorry about that. That one grew through the paper, and I don't want to tear the plant, so take it apart. So I've got an additional 3. So I'm going to go back to the very first pot I planted. And I'm going to put a few more in this first pot that I planted. Cover those seeds up. Cover up the third pot that I was working with. And here's the first pot and a third pot with the seeds in it that are planted. So we look for those to take off, and we may track those later in a later video. So look forward to working with you guys, and hope you enjoyed it. Hope this was useful for you.